Experienced British skier died in off-piste fall in France, inquest told. Michael Rowell, 34, from Hampshire is thought on Torx in Alps while skiing with friend. An experienced British skier fell to his death while attempting to traverse an off-piste slope with a friend in the French Alps, an inquest heard. Michael Rowell, 34, from Farnborough, Hampshire, who had skied since he was 5, is thought to have slipped and fallen 24 meters, 80 feet, from an edge on Torx. Rowell, a chartered accountant, had been enjoying his first full day skiing in the Chamonix area with his friend Niall Jones in March. The pair decided to ski off-piste between a black and a red run but realized it was not safe and stopped, intending to retrace the day and find a better approach. Jones told the inquest in Winchester they had spent part of the day before finding their feet on marked ski runs. On the day of the tragedy they were skiing in warm and sunny conditions. "We decided to ski between a red and black run," said Jones. "There were a lots of previous ski tracks on Ukno, it had been traversed by others. We're skiing along with only 10 to 20 meters between us. At about 10:50 a.m. we're at a point without any ski tracks. Mike went forwards to see if there was a route to ski down. He shouted back to me thather wasna route, so I took off miskas and started walking back up the hill to where we had last seen tracks. There was no direct line of sight between us because of the terrain, so I shouted down to him to see where he was. There was no response, so I phoned him, but there was still no response. My initial thought was that he had skied down." When Jones carefully walked back down the hill, he could see a single ski sticking in the snow, the inquest hard. "I had to carefully dig in each foot to get down. I called out to him and phoned him again, but there was no response." Jones called mountain rescue at 11:05 a.m. and they sent a helicopter. A French mountain rescue team reached Rowell, but he had suffered multiple fatal injuries. They found his cracked helmet 50 meters, 164 feet, below where his body was discovered. Rowell's wife, Helen, said her husband did not take risks. "Mike was very calm, kind, generous, clever man. We had spent a lot of time skiing together," she said. It was his first skiing trip for 4 years, but they would have had their map out the night before, worked out where they were going to go. He was perfectly capable of skiing off-piste. Recording a verdict of accidental death, the coroner Jason Pegg said, "It seems Mike needed torm of his skis to make his way up the mountain, and sadly he slipped down the terrain edge and tumbled on tough snow-covered rocks below. It seems to me this was a desperately tragic accident. He simply misjudged theory o'Heary, he weighs and slipped leading to the fall. Those injuries were such that he passed away instantly."